Please feel free to ask any questions. Don't think that any question might be stupid or anything that you would like to ask as a freelancer or I'm in this profession for more than 20 years. So, any questions?
May I ask one, please?
Yes, please.
I am new to this industry.
Uh-huh.
I am a
Yes.
teacher, basically,
Okay.
with 30 years of experience. And after hearing Mr. Ravi and his talks and after reading his articles, I see a bright future as a translator.
Hmm. Are you teaching
But I
English?
have no, Hindi.
Hindi. Okay.
So my language fair will be Hindi English.
Mm-hmm.
Now, problem is that I have no prior experience of translation. Will any translating agency hire me,
Mm-hmm.
or do I undergo a training and then apply?
Okay. What I would suggest and what I did is I didn't have any translation experience either, but just by knowing a language well, and then I decided that I need to do some studies in translation, and so I did enter into a school where I specialize in translating legal European Union text from English into Greek for 2 years, and that helped a lot. Of course, my work through the Athens Stock Exchange also helped me gain some experience. So what I suggest is that since you don't have a experience as a translator, is you can attend a seminar or a school where you can gain some certificate, and then you can start doing your own work by reaching out to your own clients. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of experience at the beginning. If they see that you are good in what you're doing, then they will trust you and have you translate the text for them. This is how everyone starts. When I started with 4 or 5 clients. Now I have more than 30 clients on my network, and uh, that's basically done through hard work and networking and marketing. And of course, like I said, if you want to get certified through a seminar or an agency, I don't know how you can do that in India, that will be of course great.
Thank you.
Uh, uh,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, you're welcome, and I wish you the best.
Jean, should I
Okay?
add some points?
Yes, sure. Go ahead, Ravi.
Yes. In fact, this is very, uh, I will say, sad affair that in
Mm-hmm.
India we do not have any certifying agency uh,
Mm-hmm.
developed by government.
It's
But
it's the same here in Greece. Mm-hmm.
but there are some good initiatives on its way. For example,
Okay.
there is a point called Indian Translators Association that
Okay.
provides workshops, empowers translators,
Mm-hmm.
and although it is very tough to become its member, but what it is, one can always try. Plus, Modlingua, our own company, we have been
Mm-hmm.
providing mentoring to newcomers, and you
Yes,
will be
I think that that's a
surprised.
great initiative.
You
Yes.
will be
Mm-hmm.
surprised that in last 20 years of our operations, we have provided first opportunity to at least 500 plus translators.
That's great, Ravi, and it is a great initiative for Modlingua, and congratulations. And we must also add, Ravi, that there are also other associations that are abroad, like the American Translators Association, there are the European also Association of Certifying Translators. Here in Greece, we don't have an official certification also of Europe, but only with the Greek Professional Translators Association. It's very limited, but it's unfortunate that we don't have and it's very hard for a professional translator to become certified here too. So that's
Yes,
sad
and
to say, but
we are
mhm.
announcing in next 1 month or so after our internship gets over, certificate course for translators in translation management. We will not focus on linguistic aspects, but we will focus more on professional development aspects. So
That's
if you
great.
already have a linguistic capability with
Yes, that's what
short-term
that's why I said that it's important to get a certification or get some kind of education, but it's not also it's not always necessary, but it establishes your professional identity better instead of going without having any knowledge on,
Right.
because it's another thing knowing language really well, and another thing translating. Translation is totally different, and it's very difficult, of course, very demanding, and it's something that you develop throughout the years. It's not something that you learn overnight. So it
Yes.
does require experience, a lot of hard work, and patience. And
Yes, and
you Indian
I
people are
believe,
famous for your patience. So yeah, you have that.
Jean, I
So
believe
that's
there
great.
is one thing that always helps,
Mm-hmm.
to undergo training under supervision. If you are not going training under supervision, and your agency or the person who has hired you is not giving you feedback, after 3 or 4 years you will realize that you have been doing the same mistakes time and again,
Of course.
and you will be
Okay, sure.
surprised and when your work is rejected by quality
And
conscious
of course,
clients.
quality, like I said, is very important, and you should tell your interns that they should never sacrifice quality over delivering a project in time. It's better to have a delay or let the clients know that something came up instead of delivering without checking and proofreading it, editing it, because then the project manager will come back to you. It's a boomerang, because then the
Yes.
project manager will come back to you, Ravi, and say, oh, what have you done here? There are too many mistakes. Please do correct them. And then you go back and forth, and of course this is not good for your image. So it's better to be to pay attention to quality and mistakes before handing in your project. So that's all about it. Ravi, are there any other questions from your interns?
Surabhi, you had asked one question. What was that? Are you around?
No, yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir. Actually, that was whenever we connect with any new clients, then they have certain requirements of tools, like you have to go through these kind of tools and you have to manage, like I am currently working with LandBridge, and they have their LTV tool and GeoWorks. So how to meet that? Actually, I'm facing some problem meeting those execution of tools.
So what's the question again with the
Okay, I will
Ravi,
repeat.
because I couldn't hear.
For Surabhi, I will repeat. The question is, there are some clients who ask
Okay.
for using a specific tools.
Okay. You mean CAD tools? Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yes,
I
CAT
know.
tools. There are
And what
certain
do you do in
universal
such a situation?
CAT tools like STL, etc.
Translation, MemoQ, SDL,
Yeah.
Trados. Yes. Okay. What do you do in such situation? Is okay.
La-
For example, I've
for
been using
example,
mhm,
LandBreeze has Logoport. I mean, there are some, specific big companies. They have their own platforms.
yes, or sometimes companies, they do require that you use a CAD tool like SDL Trados, or which is
Yeah.
a memory, translation memory, or MemoQ, or CAT, MemCAT, I think it's the new one. Oh, but Ravi, to be honest with you, and Frank, okay, I have been using SDL Trados since 2007, but I have very randomly used it. Of course, I should have used it, but only if the client demands it. If he demands me to have a translation memory, then okay, I would try to do it through STL traders using that translation memory. If not, then that doesn't mean that you will not get the job. So having a CAT tool is not necessary. It's good to have it. It's good to attend seminars and learn about new technology, of course, because that gives you a competitive advantage as a translator, but it's not the necessary to get a project too. So bear that in mind. Okay, it's good to have it, but you can also work without it. So that's my opinion, and this is how I've been working for so many years. Of course, I'm always open to learning new things and new technologies in the translation industry. That's a very good question, and thank you for it.
Any other
Any other questions? Okay, so I guess, Ravi, that's it. We can repeat another session any other time, since it's already 7:30 here, my
Yes,
time. It's been a
thanks.
pleasure. You're welcome. It's been a pleasure meeting all of you, and I hope I help your interns to gain some insights into the translation industry in general.
Certainly, they will certainly write some comments about your
And
presentation.
congratulations for Modlingua for all its initiatives and for all bringing interns from all over the world and for doing these great things for India.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ravi. Okay, so we'll be in touch, and thank you everyone for being here with us tonight.